defies the passage of time, the keeper of the tracks that lead the dead to the afterlife. As the conductor of this eternal ride, I am both guide and guardian, welcoming those who seek the truth beyond the veil of living and the dead. As you embark on this ethereal ride, remember that the trains is not for the living, and one wrong move will result in you stuck forever on the train with me. Join me on this journey, if you dare, as I take you on a tour to the unknown, on a train ride that like no others. But beware, I can't guarantee your safety, as some passengers on board ain't very friendly towards human. As we embark on the train ride, let me bring you to the world of Georgie, the man who have an obsession with the train that never stop. Georgie is a mid-30s individual soon to be married to his childhood sweetheart Mandy. However, due to Georgie obsession, they soon find their marriage on the verge of breaking apart, as Georgie will spend all his time researching on the fictional train that he claimed existed and seen before when he was 12 years old. He will also spend every night staying in train station till the last train of the day before heading back home. Mandy have tried to get Georgie back on track by engaging him a psychiatrist to cure his obsession. However, things not only doesn't improve but got worsened. Georgie even tried to stay in the train station despite it is already closed for the night, and a lot of times he will be ended up in the police station for trespassing offenses. Everything seemed to be fictional until one following night. The train finally emerged from the deep smoky fog. Georgie found himself standing on the platform of an unfamiliar station. It like he was teleported here. He was convinced that this was the place the legend was leading him. Just as he was about to give in to frustration, a voice pierced through the stillness. "Tickets, please." Georgie's heart raced as he realized he was standing before the conductor of the very train he had been chasing. I extended my hand towards Georgie. "Come with me," I said, as I pull him into the world that he'd been searching for his whole life. As he stepped onto the train, the world around him blurred, and he found himself in a realm that defied comprehension. Inside the train, Georgie met Achiok, a passenger who had boarded this spectral ride long ago. Her eyes held a deep sadness as she shared her story with Georgie. Achiok had boarded the train in search of a cure for her loneliness, hoping that the train's unending journey would fill the void in her heart. Georgie is mesmerized by her beauty and is as if Mandy never existed in his life. After spending a night together on the train, she begged Georgie not to leave her alone, and over here they can live eternally and be together forever. Georgie couldn't resist her and say, "Yes, I will stay here with you." Unknowingly, it was all Achiok's scheme to get someone to replace her on the train, as Achiok was a suicide victim. Hence, she won't be able to proceed to the afterlife unless she managed to find someone to take over her place as the spirit of the train. As the train continued its eternal journey, Georgie grappled with his desires and fears. The allure of the legend had blinded him to the reality around him, and he realized that he is getting weaker and weaker each day. It is as if his life force had been drained off by something. Just as Georgie decided that he should really just stay here and accompany Achiok, Mandy's voice echoed from the back of Georgie's mind. "Georgie, come back to me. Where have you been?" Georgie immediately got back to his senses and realized that he can't stay on this train anymore, as he remembered Mandy is waiting for his return. It's as if Georgie have just woken up from a spell. He told Achiok, I'm sorry I can't stay with you here, Akjeok. I need to go. My wife is waiting for me. Later, Dewey know that upon hearing this, Akjeok revealed her true face and self to be a hideous lady in white with no eyeball in her sockets. You all are staying here to replace me, Georgie. Georgie was horrified to see that it was all a illusion, as the train surroundings slowly revealed to be an old, run-down train to hell, and Akjeok was actually such a hideous creature. Georgie immediately ran as fast he could to look for Uncle John, while Akjeok chased him down the train. As Georgie ran down the train hallway, he realized that this train that he'd been wishing to see was actually a train not for the living, but the dead. Georgie was scared beyond his imagination as cabin by cabin, he noticed all the friends he made last night were all ghosts with disfigured face, and some was even headless or with mutilated body parts. Georgie screamed, "Help me, please! Somebody help me! Let me off the train, please! Uncle John, where are you?" As I listened to his scream in the train, I can't help but to feel a sense of excitement. Has it been a while since we had a human for a meal? I still remember how his soul tastes like hopelessness and fear. Georgie was never seen again, and Mandy is married to another delicious human. Wonder why you see a few versions of Uncle John? Well, we don't really have a specific look, and we don't really send the dead to the afterlife too. After all, we are all part of the train. Nobody leaves, and nobody can. And I'm glad you all on board now. Sorry for the white lie at the front part, by the way. But believe me, Georgie is delicious. Subscribe and leave a comment. Done. We will reply to you as much as we can. A lucky winner will get to be featured in the next episode.